I used to love this show, so when I started hearing rumors and seeing things like this on the internet, I decided to do my own research. To find what really happened to Everybody Hates Chris's cast. So let's get right into it. We start with Chris's father Julius Rock, played by Terry Crews. Terry Crews was 37 years old when he played Julius Rock in Everybody Hates Chris 2005. Terry married Rebecca King Crews in 1990 and together they have 5 children, but their marriage nearly collapsed when he battled a long-term addiction to pornography in 2014. He went public about it, which is not easy, but he pulled through. In 2017 he revealed that he had been sexually assaulted by a Hollywood agent, a courageous act that made him a leading voice against the sexual harassment of men in the industry. Terry Crews is 57 years old, and he continues to host America's Got Talent and encourages men to speak openly about their pain. He lives with his family in a $3 million mansion in Pasadena. Next we have Mr. Omar, played as Ernest Lee Thomas. He was 56 years old when he appeared as Mr. Omar, the funeral director in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. Ernest never married. His health became an ongoing battle when he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2015, which brought complications such as vision loss and nerve pain, but he is doing much better. Today Ernest Lee Thomas is 76 years old. He lives a modest life in a small Los Angeles apartment. Next we have Grandma, played by Whoopi Goldberg. She was 50 years old when she appeared as Grandma Tasha's in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. She only appeared in a couple of episodes, but her personal life has been filled with pain and turbulence. She has been married 3 times, all of which ended in divorce. After these heartbreaks she chose to live alone. Her health challenges have also been an unavoidable part of her journey. In 2019 Whoopi suffered a severe case of double pneumonia and sepsis which required a long hospitalization and nearly cost her life. She recovered but was left physically weakened. Despite her condition, Whoopi has remained resilient following gene therapy and medication treatments. She lives in her New Jersey mansion, spending her time writing books and caring for her grandchildren and great-grandchildren. She is now 70 years old. And next we have Doc, played by Antonio Vargas. He was 59 years old when he played as the wise and good-natured owner of the neighborhood grocery store in Everybody Hates Chris 2005. His first marriage to Elizabeth Wilson ended quickly, but he found love with Sandra Vargas, who remained by his side for more than 3 decades. But in 2023 that happiness ended when Sandra passed away after a long illness, leaving Antonio Vargas heartbroken. Antonio Vargas is now 79 years old. Jason Alexander is Principal Lacey. At 46 years old, Jason Alexander appeared as Principal Lacey in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. Though his screen time was brief, Jason left a good impression on the audience. He is married to Dana, but his life was far from smooth. After Everybody Hates Chris ended, Jason fell into a deep emotional crisis as his fame faded almost overnight. He battled depression, alcohol addiction and uncontrollable anger which nearly destroyed his marriage, but thanks to Dana's patience and couples therapy the two overcame it. Jason Alexander is now 66 years old. He lives in Los Angeles with his wife, enjoying a peaceful life with their 2 sons. J.B. Smoove is Uncle Raleigh. J.B. Smoove was 40 years old when he played as Uncle Raleigh in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. He married singer Shahida Omar in 2007. Together they raised Shahida, their daughter, and J.B.'s daughter from a previous relationship. In 2015 he survived a violent home invasion that left him traumatized and struggling with long-term anxiety, but with therapy he pulled through. Now J.B. Smoove is 59 years old. He lives in New Jersey with his family. Tashina Arnold is Rochelle Rock, Chris's mother. She was 36 years old when she appeared in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. Her love life has been marked with heartbreak and emotional scars. After her first marriage to boxer Lehman Brewster ended in 1995, she married basketball coach Derico Hines in 2012. But only a few years later the relationship ended bitterly, following incidents of domestic violence and a leaked cheating scandal, which left her humiliated. Tashina Arnold is now 56 years old, living in Los Angeles with her daughter. Paige Hurd is Tasha Clarkson. Paige Hurd was only 13 years old when she played Tasha Clarkson, the sweet next-door neighbor and Chris's first crush in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005, but while her career blossomed early, her personal life was filled with turbulence. After years of being single, she began dating rapper DMX, whom she considered a soulmate. When DMX passed away in 2021 from cardiac arrest caused by a drug overdose, Paige was devastated. Earlier in 2019 she had been arrested for driving under the influence, an incident that forced her to step away from acting temporarily, to undergo therapy. Those painful experiences made her more mature and cautious in navigating the temptations of show business. Today Paige Hurd is 33 years old and she lives in Los Angeles, focusing on her acting career. Tequan Richmond, as Drew Rock. He joined Everybody Hates Chris in 2005 as Drew Rock, the effortlessly cool younger brother everyone loved. After finding fame early, he faced the heavy pressures of success and isolation during his teenage years. Years later he revealed that he had fallen into drug addiction and was hospitalized before entering rehab in 2018, a dark period that nearly cost him his career. Tequan has been with Totona Jackson since 2018, a relationship that helped him regain stability after years of turmoil. Together they share a daughter born in 2021. Though they have not yet married, he often says that being a father is the hardest but most beautiful role of his life. His health was also tested when he suffered a severe shoulder injury while filming an action project, forcing him to take nearly a year off for surgery and physical therapy. During recovery he turned to music, rediscovering his passion. Though there were moments he considered leaving the industry, he ultimately realized that the spotlight was where he truly belonged. In 2025 Tequan Richmond is 33 years old and lives in Los Angeles, dividing his time between acting and independent music production. Travis T. Flory is Caruso. At 13 years old, Travis T. Flory played Joey Caruso, the school bully, in Everybody Hates Chris 2005. After early success he quickly became exhausted by the constant demands of filming. In 2010, he decided to step away from Hollywood to rest and find himself. He disappeared from the spotlight for 5 years, avoiding media and public attention, a period that led many to believe he had retired for good. During that time, he lived with his family in Yucaipa, studying songwriting. Fortunately, Travis's health has remained stable with no major illnesses reported. He keeps fit through regular gym workouts and morning runs, maintaining a positive mindset, even though he no longer works full-time in show business. Today Travis T. Flory is 33 years old. He has returned to the entertainment industry mainly as a voice actor and as an independent singer. Vincent Martella, as Greg, he joined Everybody Hates Chris in 2005 at age 13. Portraying Greg, the awkward yet loyal best friend, who stood by Chris through every bit of chaos at school. But in his personal life he faced a major emotional blow when his father passed away from cancer in 2018. The loss left him devastated and he took time away from his career to support his mother and siblings. He has never married or been publicly linked to any romantic partners, preferring a quiet private life focused on voice acting on shows like Phineas and Ferb and music production. Today Vincent Martella is 33 years old, splitting his time between Los Angeles and Florida. He continues to voice Phineas and Ferb. Cavante Jackson, as Jerome. Cavante Jackson played Jerome, the funny smooth-talking panhandler whose unexpected appearances and hilarious one-liners added comic relief to Everybody Hates Chris 2005. He rarely discusses his personal life, but has admitted that the loneliness of show business has often made him want to quit Hollywood altogether. His romantic relationships were short-lived. Due to long work hours and financial instability, he is unmarried and without any children. In 2012 Cavante survived a serious car accident. While driving home from a recording session, he suffered leg and back injuries requiring surgery and nearly 8 months of rehabilitation. The time in recovery pushed him into depression, but he found his way back through songwriting and daily physical therapy. Now Jackson is 43 years old and still living in Los Angeles, focusing primarily on music production and post-production work for television projects. Imani Hakim, as Tanya Rock. At just 12 years old Imani Hakim joined Everybody Hates Chris in 2005 as Tanya Rock, the mischievous little sister who constantly drove Chris crazy. After becoming famous at a young age she faced discrimination and isolation at school where classmates shunned her for being too famous. The experience made her introverted and cautious, leading her to step away from the spotlight for several years. In her personal life she found peace with actor Chris Naoki Lee, her longtime partner in both work and life. The couple got engaged in 2023 after nearly 5 years together and welcomed their first son in February 2025. A moment she described as a real-life miracle. In earlier years she battled anxiety, due to the pressures of fame, particularly after starring in the Gabby Douglas story 2014. Through meditation, painting and therapy she gradually regained emotional balance. Today Imani Hakim is 32 years old, and continues her acting career with roles such as Dana in Mythic Quest and appearances in the film Snowfall. Tyler James Williams, as Chris Tyler. James Williams was just 13 when he took on the role of Chris in Everybody Hates Chris in 2005. The smart, kind-hearted kid who constantly found himself in trouble. At school his character became the soul of the show, capturing the funny yet painful journey of a young black teenager, navigating a world full of prejudice with his natural charm and emotional depth. After achieving fame at such a young age, he struggled with loneliness and the pressure of being in the public eye. His celebrity status made his romantic relationships difficult to maintain. Though he was rumored to have dated singer Coco Jones, Tyler has largely chosen a private single life, focusing on art and music. In 2017 Tyler faced a serious health crisis, when he was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, a chronic inflammatory bowel condition that caused severe pain and rapid weight loss. The long and exhausting treatments took a toll on his body, but he transformed his suffering into strength, channeling that emotion into depth. Now Tyler James Williams is 33 years old, and remains one of Hollywood's most talented young stars. He continues to shine, as Gregory Eddy on Abbott Elementary, a role that earned him a Golden Globe, and an Emmy nomination. It's pretty good to see that they are all alive, and doing pretty well for themselves. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification button for more content like this, and thanks for watching, it really means a lot to me. See you next time.